Talks Leeds, I'm Danny. This is my take on Daniel Farke's press conference yesterday. A few injuries that we've got, my starting 11. And I did say I will tell you Friday who the manager is that we've spoken to. Um, so yeah, I will bring that out at the end. So, press conference yesterday Daniel Farke did. To me, he just looked pissed off with all the things that were coming out about him. He keeps saying we need players in until Christmas. We're down to finish 17th. We. That don't look like a man that's getting sacked, but maybe he can't say, yeah, I'm getting fired thing. But for me, I just think that it's going to cost them too much money to fire him. It's going to cost around about 2 million, 2.5 million to fire him. Then they've got to fire his staff, pay them off. Then you've got to get a new manager in, pay him, pay his staff. And all this comes off of money that we'd have for January. So for me, I don't think they can afford to pay him off. Nor should they, I don't think. You know what I mean? Everybody's, we're in bottom three. We're still we're level on points with West Ham. They're ahead of us on goal difference. They've got some hard games coming up. We're a point behind Fulham. They've got some hard games coming up. We're still there. We're still kicking in. So yeah, it's I'm not a Daniel Farke in. I'm not a Daniel Farke out. I'm a Leeds United fan, and if Leeds United have got Daniel Farke in charge, so be it. If Leeds United have got somebody else in charge, so be it. But I just don't think the players are good enough to get us out of this. I may be wrong, may be right. A few additions in January, maybe, but I still don't think that'll work. Whether Daniel is here or not. A lot of people saying if we get beat 5 or 6 by West Ham, he'll be gone. I don't think he will be. I actually think he'll be here for January transfer window, and I know people aren't going to like that, but that's my take on it. For me, right, I'll move on to my starting lineup. I'm going to go 4-2-3-1 just because the players are out. We're going to need a different formation, so I'm going to go. I want to see Darlow in goal, but I think he'll go Perry. So it'll be Perry in goal, Bogle, Rodon, Pascal, Gabby Goodmanson. The two in the middle, I'm going to go Ampadu and Tanaka. With Nonso on the left. And I know people aren't going to like this, but I think I'd go Aronson in the middle, Dan James on the right, and Nemetju up top in my 4-2-3-1. And then at least that way, then we've still got Gruev as a sub for midfield if we need it. We can bring Okafor on left and move Nonso into middle if we need to. So yeah, I just don't think Okafor's been. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, everybody that's watching, if you don't mind smashing a like and subscribe, and it does help us out. Try to get to close to 300 as I can. Hello, Karen. I'm here. Yeah, a lot of people are saying both Svensson coming in for manager. I think he's ruled himself out the job. To be honest, what I heard the other day, he's ruled himself out of it. So yeah, for me, Daniel Farke stays. I think he gets a January transfer window. I know a lot of fans aren't going to like it, but it's. I just don't think they can afford to get him sacked. Are you British? Yeah. Are you? So yeah, Legion. So my score prediction will be Leeds United 0, Man City 2, but I could also see it being a draw. I could see it being a 5-0 to Man City. I could also see Leeds winning 1-0. It all depends. But I'm going to go Man City 2, Leeds United 1. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game. I think he needs to play the 4-2-3-1. Playing the 4-3-3 against City is no good. Yeah, everybody that's in here, smash a like, subscribe, and try to get to close to 300 as I can before season finishes. So yeah, Leeds United go to the Etihad Stadium on Saturday to play Manchester City. Then we've got a game on Wednesday against Chelsea. Then we've got a game on Saturday afterwards against Liverpool. So yeah, it's going to be a hard field a week, but I still have faith in the lads. People saying about his in-game management, 70-minute subs. What they don't realise is, in Russia, when he was managing a team in Russia, he did 70-minute subs. When he was at Norwich, he did 70-minute subs. When he was at Borussia Mönchengladbach, he did 70-minute subs. At Leeds United, he's done 70-minute subs. He's not going to change his 70-minute subs unless he really has to, unless there's an injury. Yeah, Kevin, I put you as in mod as well. Yeah, he's he's not going to change his subs unless he really has to. And I think he should go as defensive as he can and try catch Manchester City on the break. That's why I say 4-2-3-1 would be good. Have Ampadu there, it can go into a 4-1-4-1 if he needs to. Ampadu can drop back into that. So yeah, I think Leeds United get beat 2-0, but I can also see us winning. I did say to people last week that I would let you know who Leeds United have spoke to. Manager-wise, if Daniel Farke does get sacked, and I'm afraid to say a lot of people think I'm lying, but this is true. They spoke to Wayne Rooney and his representatives. Now, a lot of you might think, oh, Leeds won't do that, Leeds won't do that. Who said they won't? Yes, Steve, how are you? Yeah, spoke to Wayne Rooney and his representatives. Am I human? Yeah, I'm talking, can't you see? Can someone in mod sort this chat out as well if because a lot of them don't think I think a lot of them are bots themselves. So yeah, Wayne Rooney has been spoken to his representatives. Still trying to find out whether it said yes to the job or not. But I was told by the person that told me that we were signing Bornau 2 days before that even come out. The person that told me that Leeds were looking to finish 17th this season and finish 16th for the two seasons after that, which has turned out to be more or less true. So I'm not going to go against this person. I think so, yeah. People can all they want. I think Leeds United are going to get a big manager in off at betting. No, I think they're trying to do it as cheap as they can, because if the cheaper they can get it in the morning, they'll have to spend in January, which people are taking into account. But if they spend money on the manager now, it comes off of money in January, and I've heard there's only about 30 odd million to spend in January if it's true. And a new manager that comes in is going to want more than that to spend. Because I don't think this team is anywhere near good enough. I think they could be good enough to finish 17th, but I think it's a bottom three side with bottom three wages. And that's not because of Daniel Farke's in charge neither. It's a bottom three side with the players that we brought in. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Daniel Farke's had the last say on these players. But a lot of these players wasn't his first choice. If you remember, we was after Diarra. We was after Siddiqui. They was out before Anton Stack come in, before Longstaff come in. So a lot of these players that we've got ain't first choice. Siddiqui was, Diarra was. So it would be costly, Steve, too much costly as well at that. Because Daniel Farke They pay him off. It's going to be, I think it's around about 2.43 million or something like that. Then they've got to pay his staff off, which adds up. Then they've got to get another manager in, pay him his wages for every hour contract it is. All right, they can amortise that over a couple of years, a few years. Then they've got to pay his staff. It all works out, coming off the money. So for me, Daniel Farker's doing a good job. It's not as if we're in 18th and 6 points behind the teams in front of us. We're not. We're level on points with West Ham. They're in front of us on goal difference. They've got some hard games coming up. We're 1 point behind Fulham or Nottingham Forest. They've got some hard games coming up. Fulham have got some hard games coming up. All it takes is for them to have a couple of bad results and we get a couple of points and we're back in there. But players aren't going to be happy because Daniel Farker's in charge. For me, no matter what manager comes in this season, we're struggling. So, but don't forget, Daniel Farker's teams always start slow. Always take 10 to 12 games to start. So maybe, you never know. But the Premier League is unforgiving. People thinking, oh, we should go to Burnley and win. Who said we should go to Burnley and win? Because they've come up with us and they've got and they're a smaller club in stature. Doesn't mean we automatically should go there and win. No, it doesn't. For me, there's no games given in this league. You've got to earn it. You know what I mean? It's like people, oh yeah, we've only won at Wolves. But if Wolves had been the team that there was a couple of seasons back, and we'd have won at Wolves, would have all been, oh yeah, great win that. Wolves have been up there. Now, because at bottom of the league, we only won 3-1 at bottom of the league. But no, we don't have any given to beat any team in this league. If we go there and win, we win. If we go there lose, we lose. If we go there draw, we draw. We don't have no given to play anybody in this league and win. So for me, people say, oh, well, we lost points to Burnley. Burnley were the better team. Yeah, you could say it with Daniel Farker's tactics. Yeah, you could say, but look, Burnley, we had Okafor out and we had James and Nonto out. So we had to play Aronson and Harrison on the wings. You know what I mean? So, are we blaming that on Daniel Farker? No. Well, we can't because the players got injured. He can only play what he's got. People saying play a 3-5-2. You play a 3-5-2, you're losing your wingers out. Then your fullbacks get caught out with the ball over the top. Then your three mid in defence start moving across to try and get to the ball that come down. Then that leaves a gap in the centre. All they have to do is quick switch, boom. And then it's like three players on one defender. The 3-5-2 is not going to work. Any team can beat anybody. Look at last time we beat Man City with 10 men under Bielsa. Yeah, that was under Bielsa. But who said it can't happen again? Man City haven't been. Look at their leading scorer. Is on 14 goals. Haaland. The next player in the team is on one goal. So they're relying on Haaland. If you keep Haaland quiet, you know what I mean? Do we stop Man City from scoring? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, they've got players that are worth 10 times more than any of our players. But that's just the price. You're playing a player. You know what I mean? Is he better than you? Maybe. Can you stop him doing that yourself? Maybe. When I played in midfield before I moved to a goalkeeper, if I knew that midfielder were better than me, I didn't let him have time and space on the ball. I was straight in at him, tackle him, everything else. When I moved as a goalkeeper, if I knew my defence wasn't that good, I'd be clearing everybody out of that box at a corner. You know what I mean? My own players as well as their players. I played in goal for 4 years at it's Sunday League, but we finished 4th every season. So when I talk about goalkeepers, I know what I'm actually talking about. And I don't think Perry's the person that we need. Yeah, stop the supplies. If it were me, I'd probably get somebody to man mark him. You know what I mean? Boom. Everywhere he goes, follow him. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what Gruev could do. When we play at weekend, maybe that's why Gruev could come in. Man mark, just follow him around the pitch, don't let him have space. Boom, gone. Yeah, and for me, Perry's not all that in goal. I said when we first got him that it was too cumbersome. He likes to palm the ball out when he's thinking he doesn't. Everybody was moaning that Meslier doesn't catch the ball. Neither does Perry. He likes to knock it out in front of him and hopefully it gets cleared. So yeah. Anyway, it's only a quick live. If you don't mind smashing a like, subscribe. I'm trying to get as close to 300 as I can by the end of the season. I don't know how far I am away, but yeah. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And yeah, if you don't mind smashing the like, subscribe after the video when you've watched it, hype it up or whatever. If you want to do that, that's by all means you can do that. So yeah, let's move on to Manchester City against Leeds United tomorrow. I'm going 2-0 win for City, and yeah. See you later, Kevin. Thanks for popping in. Only 18 to go yesterday. Oh, cheers! I've got 18 more subs to go. That's going well. So yeah, thanks all for popping in, and these 3 games over and done with. I'll probably be back on again. We'll play. There'll be a press conference Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday. We'll play Chelsea Thursday. Then there'll be a press conference probably Friday for the Liverpool game. And I'll pop back on after, I think. But yeah, all thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Smash a like, subscribe. Until the world stops going down. Leeds.